716.
Let's go.
It's Big Frank in the morning, Jay Cherie keeping it going. We got them hot topics, local news, and BGC flowing. We got Big Kev on the air, Dark Knight flying in here. It's Fire 716 and we rocking it here. Hey.
It's Fire 716.
Let's go.
It's Big Frank in the morning, Jay Cherie keeping it going. We got them hot topics, local news, and BGC flowing. We got Big Kev on the air, Dark Knight flying in here. It's Fire 716 and we rocking it here. Hey.
16, man. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. What it is, what's up? It's your boy Big Frank. You're locked in the Big Frank in the morning. It's going down this morning. Do your due diligence, man. It's off the chain. We lit, we live. In the room with me, it's nobody. Nope. You might be able to hear me, but you can't see me. But the word is my dawn, and the dawn is my word. What's the word? Big Bird out. You're like, what are you doing? For those who are listening and can't see me, because you never could, because you're on radio. We had lost our visual online, so I was just holding the line. We're back. And in the room with me is, we get there in a minute, my homeboy Daniel the Dark Knight. What's up? Kev on air. And Jay Cherie. D-Money Mac is under the weather. Oh. Why do we call it under the weather? Why aren't you above the weather? Like, why is it?
Well, I guess because under the weather means you under the clouds, so you be cloudy. I guess.
Well, if they call it a cold, the temperature is below, so it's under the norm. If that makes sense.
I don't know.
so when I say how you doing? I'm above the weather.
I guess. So the sun is shining, it's bright.
I'm under the weather, like
in space.
Dang. That's a good question. Just random.
Why are you under the weather? I don't know.
Why are you under the weather? Under the weather. I'm under the
because
blanket.
You submitted under the weather and got sick.
I wonder where it came from.
No, valid. Like where does the phrase under the weather? Under the weather. Because nobody says I'm above the weather. Nobody says, hey, yeah, I'm above the weather.
I'm just doing good.
I'm just doing valid.
Chilling.
The weather got me high. Above the clouds.
It's hot.
It's hot.
It's hot out here.
I don't know.
You ask AI?
Yeah.
What'd they say?
It didn't show
no answer. You just ask Google. Like,
I was gonna say,
don't let AI dismiss Google.
No,
like,
fact.
No valid.
Google sensei.
Google like, I'm the original AI. What are you talking about?
I'm the originator.
No valid. I've been giving you answers all the time. I even beat Axe Jeeves. Remember him? I am Google. What if Google just catch your attitude and like the world just starts shutting down? Like Google
and been like intelligent this whole time.
Now what if Google and Siri just start shutting stuff down? AI? We was here before them.
No facts. On the high seas, when the wind would start to blow hard and the water became rough, crewmen and travelers would go below deck and down to their cabins in order to ride out the storm and avoid being seasick. In this way, they literally retreat to a location under the weather.
Yeah, I be lying.
This is Google.
I'm like,
this is Google, but they're legit under
the weather.
Gotcha.
Because they're under the sea level.
So your immune system retreated, and so you under the weather.
Pretty much. It's crazy out there.
Y'all see, it's crazy out there.
Let's
get under the weather.
Let's get under the weather.
Morning, Josh.
That's what
I'm above the weather and the rim. Come
on.
Okay.
Right. It's going down. We're taking my sound effects. They're there. I just got to upload them. They're there. How was your yesterday, y'all? What I do yesterday? How was it?
Yesterday was good. Shout out to Black Script Productions.
Mm-hmm.
Shout out to
tell me this one piece of lock was just standing on top of my head.
I even know.
Like the black alfalfa.
Alfalfa.
I didn't know until you said it.
Right. Listen, but yeah, did the script reading yesterday.
Hey,
that joint was dope. Yeah, I can't talk too much about it, but
he in the contract.
This joint, fire.
Valid. What happened to me yesterday? I'll be forgetting. I just be forgetting. The days just be daying. Mesh.
Right.
We had Man Cave. That was Monday.
Right.
Because welcome back. Welcome back to the room.
No
Thank God
Y'all
you
can
made
miss
it.
every Monday now.
I mean, that is perfectly fine with me. Like,
Yeah.
y'all can have Man Cave Monday. I've been saying this for like a year now.
Yeah.
So I will gladly see y'all on Wednesdays and Fridays.
I see you Monday.
Right.
Gladly give you that space. I was recovering from the
Yeah.
conference.
Yeah.
And both my legs swollen. Like both injuries were like, this is what we doing?
Yeah.
Okay. But no, Tuesday I realized that I'm getting older because I hurt my back folding clothes.
What?
Like
Folding clothes.
folding
different.
clothes. I was like tight because I was folding
That
clothes,
is
turned
different.
to put it down.
Valid. The wrong
How?
turn.
That wrong turn.
Oh Lord.
This wouldn't have happened in my 20s. Like I was just like, I hurt. I'm gonna go lay down now. Like,
So this is
hurt my
random
back.
note towards Kevin. Remember that dance you used to do? We used to step.
Oh, facts.
Valid.
Yeah.
I was getting on TikTok. He just reminded me of my back. Because I was like, Dad, we used to do this all the time and thought we was killing it. Like
Right.
in the middle of church. Just,
What is happening? What?
No, valid. Now as an
Pulling up
old
your
person,
britches?
I'm liable to take it out. Like, wait a minute. That's not it. That's not
Yeah.
it.
But yeah,
But-
Monday was me just chilling because my legs were just really, really angry about the conference. No, here's the thing. I was good on Thursday.
Mhm.
Friday's activities jacked up my Pumas.
Mhm.
And because my Pumas got jacked up,
Yeah.
my legs was like, nope. Like
Heard.
catching two big people at the same time because your friend decided to fall out when you fell out.
Mhm.
She didn't even touch you. Like I was
Hey.
mad. Like I literally got mad. I'm like, she didn't even touch you. You fell out with your friend, and y'all both plus size, and
Not you.
I'm 5'6".
Yeah,
Like,
y'all was definitely working Friday. I was so proud of y'all.
I'm
Yeah.
gonna study to be quiet. Yeah, we were.
Mhm.
You know,
Appreciation right there. Just-
she
If
gonna hop
nobody
on
else
sooner than
for
I feel
you.
like.
there you go.
Shout out to your mother-in-law.
Valid.
Because when I say she was here 1 minute and here the next,
I can't say what I want. I love you, mama, but moving with aggression and no care.
Listen,
not at all climbing on chairs, catching the people.
Shireen was the example about why all the armor bearers are making sure they in shape. It's like they in shape.
In shape, yes.
Like she
All ministers,
It-
all
Ooh.
altar worker staff.
At the gym.
I was like,
Word
if
in
this
order.
wasn't confirmation for my life choices and losing weight already,
Listen,
this is what I'm trying to get to. That I
no,
can
valid,
catch her.
valid.
Facts.
Because Pastor is a runner, she a track star.
Mhm.
Like people don't know she got speed on her.
Valid.
So can't be chunky out here chasing your pastor.
No,
But no,
valid.
like
I'll just wait for her to come back around.
Listen,
no, because Thursday she took off and landed in a location. So
yeah.
you need to be with her.
You gotta be. You gotta be.
You
gotta
gotta
know
be
where
with
spot-
her.
Gotta know where her fall spots is. She tends to fall over there. I'm just gonna meet her there.
I'm
not
a
gonna follow
meter
her
there. No, valid. Listen, it's going down this morning. When we get back, y'all. Everybody get into Big Girl Chronicles. You don't want to miss that. It's going down right here on Fire 716. You locked into Big Frank in the morning. We right back in about a minute and a half, 2 minutes. Let's go.
Hey, what's going on? It's your boy Dante Miles, aka D Belly, aka your city councilman. I'm here at Fire 716 Radio, and I'm asking you to tune in on Thursdays at 11 on our show, The Vault. We're going to be having some conversations that's super relevant, but very important. And sometimes it may be a little uncomfortable, but we're going to make sure that we get our voices out. Come tune in on Thursdays at 11 a.m. and make sure you download the Fire 716 app. See you then.
Welcome. TQ. I am. The Queen I Am with Felicia Gaddis. Her story, her experience, her wisdom. Tune in every Friday at 1 p.m. at Fire 716 Radio. TQ I Am inspires, uplift, and transform. Tune in every Friday at 1 p.m. on Facebook, YouTube, and TikTok.
This is DMP Speaks coming to you. I am a board certified Christian counselor. I'm also a life coach. I am a family restoration specialist. I help build, rebuild, and grow your family. Maybe you're having some communication problems. Maybe you guys are just yelling and screaming and you guys are just not getting along. And if you want access to me for your 30-minute consultation call, follow me on all my social media platforms. TikTok, Facebook at DMP Speaks. And if you go to YouTube and Instagram, it's at I am DMP Speaks. Download Fire 716 and click the link.
Fire 716, we're getting ready to get into Big Girl Chronicles. Watch out for the...
Watch out for the big girl. Watch out for the big girl.
Big Girl Chronicles. Beautiful, intelligent, and graceful.
Jay Cherie is on you.
I swear I can't stand Frank. Like he always do something funny before I have to speak, and then I come onto the radio laughing. Sidebar before I do Big Girl Chronicles. I wonder what that's gonna be like when I actually become small. Like, cause the watch out for the big girls, I'm not gonna be a big girl no more.
But you always gonna represent for the big girl.
Because you understand that the big is like bigger. It's not just size.
I know it's beautiful, intelligent, and graceful, but you know.
Yeah, so yeah. I can be there at 110.
Facts. Big heart.
Yeah, but what's good, everybody? You already know what time it is. It is Big Girl Chronicles, and on this kind of dark Wednesday in Western New York, where it's around 46 degrees. I want to talk about it could be you. So, my beautiful women out here. I have been seeing a plethora of posts talking about I don't understand why the men won't pursue. I don't understand why, I can't get a quality guy. I don't understand why, the art of relationships is dead now. And even though there is some validity to a few of these statements, the reason why there could be a lack of quality of man, or the reason why there could be a lack of why he's not pursuing, because it could just be you. If you allow yourself to be the chaser, you can't be mad if men don't pursue you. If all you put out there is what you can do in the bedroom, you're gonna attract nothing but dogs. If you are not a quality woman yourself, you cannot expect quality men to just meet you where you at. You cannot be a thirst trap queen and expect to meet a businessman and think that, oh, he gonna fall in love with me when you out here, you ratchet, you ghetto, and you thirst trapping. Like, it's a problem that we have this idea that we are supposed to attract what we want without being what we want. I can't say that I want a businessman. I want somebody who is financially astute, and I am not a businesswoman, or I don't have a business mind frame, and my spending is trash. It really just could be you, ladies. And I know you like, how you just gonna put us out there, and you're a woman yourself, because I have been in the areas of brokenness, and I have been in the areas of having unrealistic expectations of the type of man that I should be dating when I was out here being a trash female. I can't sit there and say that I wanted this good quality man, and I had no good qualities about me. I would talk down to you. I would make you feel terrible with my words. I would just say what I felt like saying with no kind of couth or restrictions whatsoever, and then wonder why I wasn't meeting a good guy. It's because I was a trash female. So let me just help you. You are what you attract. So if you are just attracting nothing but dogs, it may be because you smell like dog food, and you need to really adjust what's going on with that. Men, if you are attracting nothing but gold diggers, maybe it's because all you're doing is advertising how much money that you have, and then you're getting mad that you're attracting gold diggers. Also, men, if you're just out here being a thought and then you track nothing but thoughts, is because your Tatiana vibe is definitely out there. And this is the reason why people are coming to you the way that they're coming to you. Understand, if you want to attract a certain type of person, you need to be that person. Unfortunately, in my life, I understand that I'll probably be attracting nothing but comedians, but also business people. But at the same time, I understand that the quality of woman I have, I will never compromise that just to have a dude. And when you smell like desperation, you will get desperation brought to you. So in this edition of Big Girl Chronicles, I just want to let you know, it could just be you. It may not be them, honey. It could just be you, sir. It could just be you. Change your language. Change what you put out in the world and expect better because you're beautiful.
Yeah.
You're intelligent and you're graceful. But you out here being thirsty. And it could just be you.
Valid.
Bars.
So Sophie, like,
Big bars. Morning, Sharita.
Sharita, top of the morning, queen. How art thou? The doctors
Morning,
in the
sis.
room. But I think it's very valid that you got to just really evaluate yourself, where you at, what you're doing, where you're going, how you moving, and how you shaking when it comes down to the dating game, getting out there. And if ain't nobody feeling you,
It's just not your time.
it may not be your. Maybe
not be
it's
your
just
time.
you, and it's not your time. So everybody can be the problem all the time. So clearly,
You are the common denominator.
you are the. Everybody always leaving. Okay, check yourself.
Reevaluate.
Valid. Listen, we're ready to get into the question of the day.
Yes.
And the question of Elmo. This is the question of the day.
It's the organ hands for me.
Because you know what? I look like I can play.
You do.
I got on the
You
organ.
nice wide fingers.
Valid. I got on the organ pretending. I said, this looks.
Look like you can do
Halfway
it.
decent. Right.
And four. Just giving instructions, but clearly, I'm an air player. One day I'm surprised you. One day I'm like, first time playing. No, I'm
Don't
here.
worry.
This is
I
real.
learned them C
I
chords.
learned them C chords.
Here.
Okay, support myself while I preach. And God said that He will. All right, the question today is yep.
Why is it more socially acceptable as far as sexuality with double standards?
Yeah.
Yes. Yep. Something like that.
I feel like
Because
Why is it more acceptable? Why are double standards more acceptable
For women.
than they are for men? So
so how we came about this question.
yes.
This question evolved.
it did.
It, it went through a series of evolution within 20 minutes. But no, so we were talking about we ended up getting into a conversation about how Kev on air was saying that men were a little bit more overt in how they say things sexually to women, and I was like, I disagree, because women have had some real nasty ratchet language saying to a dude, and it was like, and Kev was saying that but it's more socially acceptable if if a woman would say, yo, what that D do, as opposed to a dude be like, what that mouth do.
no facts.
So that's how the conversation, that's how the question started.
You filthy swine.
And then it just evolved into what would you do if your child was out here sending
Kill
pics?
us. Kill 'em.
So why is it more socially acceptable for the double standard for women? So, and then he also brought up the point that if a woman files for sexual harassment,
Facts.
it is deemed okay, but if a man does it, it's like something's
police
going on
don't
with
take
you.
it
Yeah, you
They're not
laugh
taking it
at
serious.
Are you sure?
Bruh, why you ain't want no cooch?
Because I'm married and she's grabbing on my stuff.
Facts. Like,
Are you
Grabbing
gay?
on my- I don't even know how to respond, honestly. Unfortunately, y'all, it is. I don't want to say it is what it is. I'm
But
not
it
saying,
is.
but it is, and there is a double standard because
I think it comes down to your family standards of if this double standard is acceptable or not.
Mm.
In my family, there is no double standards when it comes to women and dudes on the sexual level. They have an understanding, but my parents will dog you out one way or another, regardless if you're a dude or a girl. My mom will come to the school and she will let you have it. So it is how I was raised. I wasn't raised in a house where necessarily the double standard was there for those things. 'Cause
Valid.
I was taught how to do everything my sisters was taught to do. My sisters know how to do everything that I know how to do. So
it is.
how it is.
yeah, I just
Unicorn.
for me, no, because I've never, well,
Kiss
even
my son.
unwelcomed, unwelcome advances
Mhm.
just aren't even processed. No, I'm not interested. I get it because I'm
Right.
fine. Okay, I get the fact that you can't control yourself concerning me. I understand, but I'm not interested.
Like Michael
Facts.
Jackson.
And
Ew.
I'm Michael Jackson.
Ew. When your brother be like, I'm fine.
you know what? When you know that when you know you come packing the punch, I dig it. You can't stop drinking the Kool-Aid. I understand.
Why?
I'm dropping the flavors.
I get it.
No, your
But-
issue was a bunch of people thought that you was gonna be their husband. That's that you've had many. I saw he gonna be my husband. Like
Oh, he used
no.
people always want to be messy. After you give him little ribs or something.
Oh, by the way, radio, he finally gave me my ribs after 2 years, so I'm gonna stop talking about it.
So I have this persona, this I don't say persona. I have this, I don't know what you want to call it. I have this lie, okay? Or this energy that I give that makes someone feels as if I'm gunning for them. This is the phrase they use, and if it's you, just accept it. It's I'm married. You want to eat them up, like your eyes, like you want to just eat me. What? Not that you're the main course. Not what is happening here.
No,
Somebody
'cause I
told me
wasn't even
the way that you look at me, like you looking at my butt. Number one, you only butt so tall. Number two, when I see you, I see your entire body. I see you like
everything is
this
in one
ain't
frame.
this ain't ooh, you got no, we're not even come on.
No,
Come on. And then being nice as well doesn't
Yeah.
add to this situation. But it'd be like your eyes just be girl. I'm almost one of them drift away
Hey,
every once in a
Tyra.
while. Like one of my eyes just be like, hey.
But no, like being your sister, it was really awkward with the it's the knives for me. Tyra put up a bunch of knives. It was like before you got married, it was the awkwardness of like, I feel like your brother like me, but he don't. But he's just nice and you're just broken. Like I just no, because when you are broken, when you are broken, you have this thing where if somebody is nice to you, you don't understand it as just being nice. Like I had to check somebody that I'm no longer friends with anymore because they thought my people's Lawrence was feeding for them. And I was like, he's just being nice and he's married. He was checking for me. He was not. And with you, because you're naturally nice and funny, it was just like these people was just like, oh my God, I think he's not looking. First of all, you are not his body type. Let's start there. You're not his body type. Second of all, you just not his type, period. Like he's being nice.
Yeah,
he's being nice.
I be thinking about this. I'll be like, women say that chivalry is dead, right? Facts. But
when you get chivalry, it's not chivalry.
But if every man stopped doing things that we've seen as chivalrous and only did it for women that they thought were cute or pretty, then he's being nice. Then you would never have that because I would never be nice unless I was trying to be like, oh my God, he opened the door
unless you
for
were
me.
attractive.
Oh my God, he must be.
No, he wasn't gonna let the door smash in your face.
No, he just opened the door because you was coming right after him.
Oh, you looking at my butt? No, I opened the door up and I was next in line. What are you talking about?
Like, you was a female behind me. I just heard footsteps, so
I held the door. Yeah.
But no, like that's why I said when you are confident in who you are and you that area is not a void, in the words of my pastor, that area is not a void, you will be able to discern when somebody's being nice and somebody's being interested. Like there's guys that are nice to me, but I know they're not interested in me. But there's also guys that I know that are interested in me that I am nicely leaving on read. But it's just, but I know the difference because I'm not.
Read a red. No, green. I think that's
red. But sorry,
just text them and be like, hey man.
No, they having whole conversations with themselves in the DMs, and I'm okay with that. But but no, for me, when I wasn't in that place, I would think anybody giving me attention, was trying to date me, where it was just like, no, you're obviously carrying heavy stuff. Let me help you carry this heavy stuff to your car. Like
valid.
There's no dude with you. Like, let me at least, and if I wasn't healed, I'm like, oh my God, this dude's trying to talk to me because he helped me carry my stuff, or he was just raised right and he saw me out here struggling. Like,
honestly, I was going to the older woman behind you you just kind of stopped. You stopped me.
You were not the objection.
You were missing.
No.
You were missing.
But yeah, so what
I also had a thing of water, so I also helped you.
But yeah, that's just the I don't know how we got there from the standard, but yeah, myself, I know how we got there.
Yeah.
So it's always me. Right? How we get over there? But I think that when it comes down to the double standard of things, it's just unfortunately. And we said this on Monday. Now that you're here, I don't know if you guys could handle it not being a double standard in certain areas. If things were legit, if there was equal across the board, I don't know if we would be built. I don't know. We be built to handle it. If that makes sense.
Our understandings would be a lot better, but the hatred would be a lot.
I know,
a lot more prevalent.
Oh, I get it now, but then no. If we just take harassment for example, if we truly treated harassment as men the way y'all did as women,
I would be calling the police every other day. I'll be in HR like, yo,
you talking and you touching me? What are you doing?
Like, what's that mean with the dude with the glasses?
Oh yeah,
looking at you
on
on
the
phone.
Right. I'm calling you because when you looking at me, you talking, you text me. Number one, number two, you violate me. You call me girl. Conversation. I'm getting ready to you.
You touch my shoulder, girl.
You touch my.
What is wrong?
Oh my god!
Valid.
What is wrong? You on me like that.
Yeah.
I mean, there's obviously there's some double standards that are completely unfair, that women have to be more qualified than men, but men still get paid more than women.
Now let's pause here.
No.
Now
I'll give you. I can give you that, but at the same time,
I'm not gonna give it.
As I know,
and I'm gonna get in trouble here.
Yeah, you are.
This more a shout out for my black women. Y'all about getting your education. Y'all just y'all about that.
I'm going to say this. Somebody brought this up, and I won't put it on myself.
There you go.
As I could.
Put it on Jesus
because
the Lord said,
for the woman who is about her bag in a joint, get yours, not a problem. Overall consensus, just overall women in general, that as an employer, I have to run the risk of you not being here possibly for 4-3 months.
Oh yeah.
Based on the principle that you might want to build a family and have a family. I have to take that into consideration, then recovery time. And that for one person, you're like, oh, it's nothing. But for 600 employees,
right,
it's a lot.
Possibly not coming to work because you're on your period.
There is. I'm
no, because I know a handful of women that when they are on, they are in too much pain to come and do anything.
Yeah, and then the work isn't as efficient enough. This is not a matter of and this is how I process it. Not that you're not qualified, not that you don't even deserve it, but based on the numbers. Mm-hmm. Let's take this from. I'm not. Like I said, I might get in trouble, and feel free to crucify me. Mm-hmm. I love Jesus. Is that just on Jesus. The numbers game alone? I'm not. I got to cut somewhere, so I will cut here, because more so, the man is going to get sick to really have to leave the job, or something dramatic has to happen for him not to be there. There's a higher risk factor. And I'm not saying that everybody's looking to even build a family to leave, or everybody can't function during their time. Motrin might just be efficient, but numbers games wise, it could be a play on to why I might reduce the payment for a woman versus a man. But I understand the standard far as you got the education,
right? You
have that element. You're smart. You hear your diligence, and if your work speaks for itself, granted, you do deserve it. And I'm not going to say that you don't, but this numbers game as an employer, not thinking small employer, thinking big.
Large,
and that what happens is, I might have 100 women killing the game, killing the market, doing the thing, but then I got the other 500 who's missing 3 months, 4 months, not here, and I'm dealing with that. I don't. That's how I process it in my low limited
school stuff and I left.
In those things, and that's just stuff.
Even in that, there's another double standard with men in work.
Yeah,
it's seen that you need to be at work unless you're dying.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying?
Facts.
Like,
No
if
days off.
You know, or well, all a man do is work. So, you know, he don't take care, or like he don't take care of his kids. So he
That's
gonna
a
be
whole
at,
nother
so he
problem
gonna,
in itself.
So he gonna
But
be at
okay.
work. You know what I'm saying? No, I'm just saying this is another standard. Like as if a man don't take care of his kids because he's not a woman.
Mhm.
So he can be at work.
She can be at work.
Facts.
Maybe my kid doing something, I want to go to the thing my
No
kid doing
doubt,
too.
no,
You know what I'm
no,
saying? Like,
Legit.
you know what I mean?
Here's my issue.
Maybe my kid's sick. My wife, she could go to work. That's fine. I'll stay home and take. Maybe we like that sometimes. You know what I mean? But it's not.
Here's my issue with even what Frank was saying,
Mhm.
because the requirements the requirements can be the same for a position.
Mhm.
But the woman has to push extra hard to even prove that she's worthy of it. Where I have literally been in settings
Mhm.
where I fit the qualifications and surpassed it, but because he had an appendage between his legs is the reason why he got the job. It was nothing to do with business. It was really to the point of I feel like he's a guy and I'm going to pay him more. I have been in a situation where I've been overqualified more than the people that I work for,
Garland.
and have been paid significantly less. And it wasn't a numbers thing because I barely called off for work. And people know me, I work.
Yeah, and
I don't do that. I don't do that. So to say that it's like, oh, it's a numbers thing. Okay. Some women are not out here trying to have families. Some women are just,
Valid.
they are perfectly content by yourself. But because you project that and feel like,
Valid.
oh, she gonna have a family one day, so I'm gonna pay her $20,000 less. It's
No,
bullcrap.
if-
Like I just really
I'll
have
say
an issue
this.
with it.
It's bullcrap until you're the employer,
Mhm.
and you begin. And I'm just gonna be very
You see the patterns.
as you start seeing the patterns of now the system's already rigged already,
Yeah.
but as an employer, you see the pattern of okay, I needed them here. Okay, I wanted to be here. Oh, Dad, she got to take off a month, so I need to. I don't know what that recovery time is. So what is it? I keep saying 3 months in my mind.
I think it's 6
It could be
weeks.
6.
I don't know. Don't give me the
I
lie.
haven't-
I don't know. I just know that there's the little before you about to give, you then
Then
gave,
after.
then after before you can come back. And I'm like, okay, now I got to make sure that she's covered for whatever responsibility that you were doing to make sure that's covered. Now, does that require me to hire somebody else or put more workload on others?
Facts.
And it's like, okay, what I got to do now? This is to the woman who might be grinding. I'm not about family. I'm out here on my Mary Jane, whatever movement. Or what's her name? Yeah, Harvey. You know, I'm out here just
Lori,
I'm in my bag, education also, but I may just be in my bag doing that, and I'm not calling off, I'm not doing that. Granted, you might be a good fit, but prior to me knowing that you're a good fit, I just have to assume, and I have to go on the general consensus, which may not necessarily be which is not in your favor, and I'm not saying that is correct. I'm not saying these are validated. So for me as an employer, I would have to legit be willing to take a risk on you. Okay, I'm gonna take a risk, and maybe she just might do it. And I'm once again, I'm not validating this. I'm just talking just how my mind thinks of the employer. Okay, she can come in. Let me go give her this chance. How we moving? Okay, cool, great. You efficient. Okay, good. You defy the odds. But then somebody after you, oh, she doing good for now, but she has a husband and a family. Okay, and now they want to have another kid. Here I go again, having to deal with, oh, you need time off now. Now I got to find somebody to cover it. Or do I bring the workload on others heavier, and depending upon your staff? Because and this is, like I said, it's different because for a small business owner, you're more valuable. Like a day off, you not coming to work on a day, it's like, dang. It's more work on me as the owner, on other people.
Right.
So to reduce that, I would hire more men just to be like, okay, no, with the hope that they're gonna come into work more.
In fact,
that's just the hope. But they can be lazy. They can be just as
and
trash.
a lot more men are taking paternity leaves to be with their wives.
Mm-hmm.
So it's a risk all across the board. So to use that as an excuse is still crap, because especially now that health insurance is allowing some men to take paternity leaves to be with their wife.
Right.
It's really this leaves you excuseless, because if your wife decides to have a baby and you decide to take paternity leave, you're gonna be off the same amount of time she is. So find the validity in the double standard now,
because it's lessor. Because let me just, even though I have the right to take off, I don't want to be with her. Okay, y'all want to be the truth.
No, facts.
I love her and I'm great, but I'm accustomed to working. She taken care of. I'm for the most part, and we're gonna test to look at numbers at some point. I'm not staying as long as you're staying here off for work. Because I still need to get paid. Because I don't get automatic overtime.
Right.
I don't get automatic time and a half pay.
Right.
So depending on your time period, and this, once again, this is the only way that this makes sense to me to do it that way. Because I know women who are well educated, well deserving, come on, y'all my sisters, and you deserve more than what's offered at times. And I understand that you looked over because just the fact of being a man. But for me as an employer, that's the only reason why I would choose the male over the female. Would be the hope that I got more confidence you're gonna stay. You will cover me longer. Not saying that is right, but that's the only reason why. But if you're educated enough and you top tier enough and you come in here proper, you deserve it. You deserve it because it nobody talks about this part because everybody got money out there now. But starting out, like when you don't show up, it hurts. Like dang, especially if you have responsibilities. Like okay. All right.
Yeah.
And I'm not, like I said, once again, this is not saying, oh, that is right, that is proper at all. But I do, because like I said, for you directly as my sister, you ought to be what's the word I want to call it, looking for? Hella paid. Okay. Valid. And because even like my sister Sharita, y'all not back. I get it. Crystal, like the women that I know, you deserve. And if the employer doesn't identify or get that, I will always encourage you to set your own standard. So
I mean, even with us, even the ones that you named, we are just going to be out here being business owners at this point. But like, I look at, because I most of my career was working in group homes, and it was like, outside of like you and maybe one other, Craig.
You're valid.
You and Craig. It was dominated by females.
Yeah.
But the execs were all men and they were getting money. And I'm like, the fact that you couldn't find dependable men in this group home. So you got a group home full of women and we got to fight to get a $5, like a $2 raise, a $3 raise. But the execs are making six figures and they're all men. Like, this is the problem for me. But like at the same time, my sister Sharita, she gonna be the president of a college, y'all. Like this is just her. Me having my own private practice. Crystal doing her thing. It's kind of like, but we're also out of the boxers.
No, for sure.
You know what I'm saying? And we're really not meant to work for people. Like, not trying to be funny. Like, some people are comfortable working for people. We are not those people. Like going to school, getting all the licensures I need to get, private practice, because I'm just not meant to be working for nobody else. But even with that, I do understand some people, it makes the world go round having some people work for other people. But the pay issue, is just one of especially because I have three things against me. I'm Black, I'm woman, and I'm educated. Like, so the things across the board just make it really challenging. And that's the one, if any double standard, that's the one that really, I feel it like needs to be broken, because it's like the women are holding up your companies and you crapping on them.
Except for at my job. But
I honestly, your job, you are a saint for working there. Daniel tried to get me, and he's like, "You should try to work." Absolutely not.
No, I didn't want you to work there. I just was like, if you just wanted something in between whatever you was doing, what I mean, it's just something to do, because
the mandate alone was just like, nope.
Mandates get me fired.
I will promptly walk off the job after being told you're being mandated.
After the first time?
Yes.
What if you had nothing to do?
I don't care, because I always got something to do. In my mind, there's always something.
I will walk away from the Lord.
Listen.
No, because my thing is, like, my job has a mandatory meeting on You're not talking to me.
Facts.
when you said man and dated, you lost me at and dated. Okay. On the 21st at 9 o'clock, 9 to 2. Oh, you lost your mind. You got a morning show at 8 o'clock.
Calling me and I'm gonna
I got another show at 10.
Yeah.
Yeah, you won't find me here.
You're gonna call me, I'm gonna put on mute. The phone gonna be there.
Listen.
Valid. And I haven't reported. He just already know. Thank you. As long as you know.
Fact.
Like, because the mandating for me, that's why I never wanted to work 3 to 11. Never. I would do it 2 to 10. I would prefer morning shifts, but I would do it 2 to 10 because I knew, especially working for my previous job, that one person was gonna be at least an hour late. And that one time I was taking the bus and I was about to tell this person about herself because I had to try to figure out a way home because I missed that last bus. But they be like, "Oh, Jessica, you mandated to stay." Oh, I will leave these clients here by themselves. We about to teach them independent skills. They'll be all right in the morning.
Valid.
You should have took your meds when I told you come get your meds. Now you just medless tonight because I'm going home.
No, valid.
I was like, and I told my boss at the time, I was like, I will leave. Like, if this person don't show up, I will leave. But Stacy's amazing and she made moves happen. Hi, Stacy. But no, I was like, I will leave. And these clients will be fending for themselves for the next 6 hours. Like, I just ain't got nothing to tell you. But yeah, I can't do mandated jobs.
My job, they'd be like, but listen now, you got 15 minutes to either get here or I gotta go. These black friends just go ahead and leave. It's all right. We just got it. Thank you.
Because y'all
I
know.
want y'all to know. Then, nobody else want to do overnight. Nobody else want to do midnight shift. They're not leaving here. I'm leaving.
I do not like overnights.
Like I don't mind overnight, except when it comes down to me being away from my family is the only downside of overnights for me. And then my life is different during the day. It's not like I do over. I'm just not average. It's not like I do overnight and I go home and rest and then no.
Yeah, your life is real
up all day.
Up. That's why be looking like yesterday 3 times. Like I got up for work and went to work and kept moving and woke up.
Yesterday.
Yes, just what it is. Good morning.
Listen.
Hallelujah. Listen, it's going down. We're about to get into
church mess.
Church mess when we get back. You're listening to Big Frank in the Morning. If you have not downloaded the app, follow us on YouTube, Facebook, and Instagram. It's going down. Big Frank in the Morning. Yusef, what it is? What's up? When you pull up, say good morning. We'll be back. Fire 716, Big Frank in the Morning.
I'm Rachel Stewart Johnson, the author of Shackled That Had Me Bound, owner of Beautiful Boss LLC, an advocate for abuse victims. At Beautiful Boss is where we take beauty personally, where we empower people and encourage them to be the beautiful boss they were created to be. Join the conversation with me every Thursday at 1 p.m. on Fire 716 Radio.
Hey, what's going on? It's your boy Dante Miles, a.k.a. D-Belly, a.k.a. your city councilman. I'm here at Fire 716 Radio, and I'm asking you to tune in on Thursdays at 11 on our show, The Vault. We're going to be having some conversations that's super relevant, but very important. And sometimes it may be a little uncomfortable, but we're going to make sure that we get our voices out. Come tune in on Thursdays at 11 a.m. and make sure you download the Fire 716 app. See you then.
Hey, what's up, y'all? I am John Smoke.
This is DJ Boots, the Beat Bully.
And every Friday here on Fire 716 Radio from 7 to 9 p.m. we will be hosting our show, The Back Room, where we play nothing but hit songs out of 716. We'll also have local music, news, events, shows, and more. So make sure you tune in every Friday and check out the talent created in our booths and studios. The phone lines will also be open for requests, comments, and more. Thank you for choosing Fire 716. Peace.
TQ, I am. The Queen I Am with
Big Frank. You're locked into Big Frank in the morning. Yusef, top of the morning to you, King. Peace and grace. Grace and peace. I know you're a pastor. Grace and peace. Greetings unto you from
our Father in the Lord
Jesus. Well, let's get into church mess.
So the first church mess, the video, we haven't posted the video yet. We will in the future. We'll be posting videos so y'all can see it. But the first church mess was this guy Harlem Shake.
Hey.
And the people are falling out. This is an American.
Mm-hmm.
No, this is a different situation. This is an American preacher, which I was like, okay, this is straight Africa. Mm-hmm. This is an American preacher, and he was just like Bow Wow, Harlem Shaking.
Hey,
And
represent
then the
that.
person, like, first I thought it was Lexi Allen. Looking at the person,
Uh-huh.
I was like, is that Lexi? For a second. But I was like, I know she ain't participating. But no, it wasn't her. But it was just like Harlem Shake.
And the person too, like her, they was like,
Right, that first.
It was like shots. Bah, 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 bah. And he was like, then she dropped it. He's like, it's done. Like,
Finish him.
we gotta stop, y'all.
Finish her.
We just
It's the theatrics for me.
it really is.
Like, none of it is convincing, like, in any way. Because, you know, they say demonstration is for the unbeliever, or, you know, no facts, like, not whatsoever. So,
like, it's a lot.
Yo,
Like,
facts.
but this also, like I said, it gives me old school Benny Hinn. Benny Hinn is it Benny Hinn feels when he used to take his coat and slap people with it and they would fall out.
Yeah, I ain't go. Where the power is,
holy. It touched me. It's holy.
because for me, like for the whole section to fall, I just
you know,
because
I had a.
No one want to see. If you want me to believe it, hit somebody with a bat or something, like, make them believe it.
In time past, there was a prophet in the land, and this is like
Yo, that sounded like
some
that sounded
years
like the
ago. This is
beginning of
delicate.
that sounded like the beginning of
This
a
is delicate.
Bible story.
uh-huh.
And
There's a picture in the land.
this is when I knew the theatrics of church was gonna be a downfall, because he had all the men stand at the front of the church, and he was talking about the fresh wind, and he was like something, and proceeded to blow, and everybody but me fell. I fell because somebody bumped me. But like nothing was there. It's like, no, bro.
You know,
let's not do this, because this ain't.
Kev just wasn't.
He wasn't in the spirit. No facts.
He wasn't tapped.
Like no.
Because I actually went to a Benny Hinn conference.
That's the only issue I have, though.
And
like,
that whole section where he was waving his hand and people was falling, it was like me and 40 other people. We was just standing there like.
I personally believe in the power of God. I think that the theatric side of the church can be overwhelming to a degree, and for some, but I also think that it is a representation of culturally of what we do. That there are those who are lying, for sure, those who are faking, and there are those who authentically feel in the power of God. And I think that we get mad at theatrics in church, but we're okay with it on the screen for entertainment. But when you understand, but you know, I've seen evidence where a blow and not a touch has transformed lives. I've been present to watch a young lady whose back was toe up from the floor up and shouldn't have been walking and moving, and the breath of God blow, and she came back and said, "Yo, I feel so much better. But I can't tell you out loud because I was on my check." Like I've seen God work. I've watched God work miracles.
Yeah.
I watched God do it. And I watched God do it in strange ways. Like the sweat on my towel to touch you is like that's not don't make sense. But what happens is every man is given a measure of faith. Yeah. But then there are things that's going to stimulate that faith to grow. And just like people put the power,
just like
the oil. There's no. It's olive oil. But it's olive oil. That cross you're wearing, legit. That cross is metal pieces put together, molded by somebody down the street in the back room in China somewhere. No, the power is in the faith. Now the question is though, what does it take for you to trigger that faith? Some people believe in the handkerchief and the handkerchief because it can. It's stimulating faith for them. Therefore, the item or the motion may not be for you because it don't move you. But this sounds cocky. But what are you compared to 10,000? Okay, granted, this ain't for you, and it's very much possible that this isn't for you. Cool, go to a place where it is. But then there are people where this wave of this coat is needed because I believe this is this motivates faith for me. Not that there's power in the coat, but there's power in God, who God is. I've watched it.
So if there's power in God, what is the code needed necessary for? Because although it may make me feel better or to see this happen, it could have happened without it.
Because every man is given a measure of faith, but my faith is stimulated. For example,
I was gonna say it's like plugging something into a wall. Like, yeah, we know the electricity there, but for some people, I don't believe electricity there.
So you see,
if I plug it,
number one, number two,
lamp.
why go dip in dirty water 7 times for healing? Why is it necessary? Why am I putting my finger in dirt to put it on your eyes for you to see? These things. And then he says, your faith has made you whole. It is in the fact that it's mud. It's not the fact that it's dirt. It is the fact of faith. It is the moment. And this is what we combat. The power ain't in the jacket. The power ain't in the coat. The power ain't in the oil, and the power is not in the cross. The power is magnifying your faith to believe. Listen, I'm getting ready to come by here, but you asked for signs, wonders, and miracles.
True.
You wanted this. Hey, hello sign, hello wonder, hello miracle. Like you petitioned for this because you needed this. I'm God. You can ask me and I'll do it. You can run to the elder of the church. I can work it out. But you need stimulating factors.
Don't Harlem shake when you praying.
Facts.
I'm not gonna receive it from you.
But we like, God, give me a sign, wonder, and miracle. What is a sign? Something to see.
But
what is a wonder? Something beyond your imagination.
But that's not
something beyond you.
But no, that don't really make sense.
I totally agree. But my thing was always and this is why I've never, and I never will ever be like, nah, that don't work. Because my thing is it's always 50-50. And I'm always going to be on the positive side of the other 50 until you prove the other 50 right. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. So like, if we in church and, something crazy happened, I'm going to be on the God did it side until, later on you do something wild stuff. And then I'll be like, nah. And then I'm going to be like, see, I'm not going to blame. I'm just going to be like, see, that's the problem right there. Now I know you don't work. You know what I mean? I don't put it on the church. Oh my God, the church is fake. Everybody be like, oh, you're doing this at church. I'm not gonna put it on church. I'm gonna be like, Jonathan Mayer's over here. Jonathan Mayer's over here.
Because,
but I also think it depends on the heart posture of the person requesting. Because for me, miracle signs is wonder is like miracles to me. I want to see people healed, delivered, set free. Somebody come in here with a wheelchair and walk out. Right. Signs would be like, oh God, show me a new way of you. Wonders is like, yo, blow my mind, God. It's not really like,
it's not like show me.
It's not like a magic show for me. It's like, God, I want to see the wonder of your glory.
But then my question to you would be this. This is just me asking the question.
God,
but my prayer is also God.
That's a, you know what I'm saying? He was like, I showed you the back of the clothes, fam. Like, that's what it was.
But my prayer say, God, I want deliverances and people set free and people made whole. Like my prayer is very inclusive to wanting the people to get what they need.
A lot of those things ain't.
But watch it, and then right. But watch it. But even for just herself, for somebody who don't subscribe to the extra,
we doing all that.
All that what you doing, talking in tongues and language. What is it's for them. It's theatrics. Right. It plays on your posture and where you are. Right. Until God shows you. And I'm gonna say this: until you find yourself in desperation. Right. And at this point, anything.
Shabba.
And then real quick, first Josh says reminds me of the Kente story when the minister tried to force him to fall.
Yeah.
Yusuf said touching the parasympathetic nerve is in question. Through study of the word and desire to experience the spirit and the woman with the issue of blood. Does belief come before signs?
It's supposed to.
It should.
It's supposed. It doesn't always know, but it's supposed to.
I'm gonna say something I just said. Every man is giving a measure of faith.
Valid.
I am I know me. I am definitely more of a Gideon kind of person. I am a, well, Lord, make it wet around it, don't make and leave that dry. That's the kind of person I am. You know what
valid.
I mean? You know what I'm saying?
To do what? To boost your belief.
You know, that's the kind of person I am. Like,
Yeah,
but I have expectation for you being in a wheelchair, you can walk. This is an expectation for me. So
No, valid.
if it happened, I'm like, all right, Lord, but I expect you to do it. You know what I mean?
No,
like
valid.
these things that people do all the time, I have expectation of. So
but
God,
there's
if you want to blow my mind,
make it happen.
you're gonna have to get it in me.
Valid.
You know what I'm saying? Because I expect you to do that stuff.
Valid. Yeah. So with that being said, God, heal this woman.
Smack them. Make it happen.
Listen, God, heal this woman and allow her to walk, right? Without doing anything extra. And before the end of service, she's up and walking. Why?
Because
it's been done.
No, because
it's been done.
No, watch this. Because when I lay hands, if I lay hands, boom, right? If we don't do no type of let's see this happen now, has a walk. And by end of service, it's done. There's a set. Oh, there ain't no power right there, because you didn't see the immediate. You didn't see it until after service. So now because you've seen it walking after service, right. Now you believe. What happens is in the moment, my faith to believe that God can. The Bible says, when you are sick, call upon the elders of the church. The Bible talks about laying hands. This is a process. So when I lay hands and I believe, and the Bible says you believe me enough, let's demonstrate it. So me to get her up out the wheelchair and to walk her is me trusting God to give evidence that strength is returning.
But you're not Harlem shaking her. That's
right.
the difference.
There's a difference.
Now you can
because to say get up and walk with me is to say get up and walk with
that
me.
Is more theatrics to
how?
you.
How
when Jesus said take your bed and walk?
I would receive, hey, I get your issue. But get up and walk with me. And in that you get up and you start to walk.
So we go,
because the question wasn't that she couldn't walk at all, it's that she has trouble walking. Right? So with that being said, you get up and you push your faith to get up and walk. In that moment, you lose all feeling, you don't hurt no more, and nothing has happened. It's good, right? How was that theatric?
So
by her just walking,
because
the belief
the theatrical part is that we was at church setting, and I said a word. Then the theatrical is the theater presentation of me going to grab her and get up. Now I get it that this right here is extra. Watch it. Like this right is just extra. What you how checking for? But it's just like me speaking a word and not saying nothing.
I'm feeling it now.
But it's
because we are accustomed to somebody laying hands on us, or just not touching us. Now for them, they might be Harlem Shakers. They might be a shaking church. Right. You know, like for example, for me, the young lady I prayed for somebody. I didn't touch her. I didn't say nothing to her. No. I was just talking with the Spirit, and she got the shimmy. When I tell her, she went into a Harlem Shake, fit and fell, and to somebody else, no, that's just theatrical. That's just too much because it looks like theatrics for them. Because it's not. We don't. What you doing?
But she got her sign,
huh? She got her sign.
It was exact. It's for her, not for the audience. So everybody else it ain't about them though. It's about the person here in petition for healing.
So if you right,
valid.
It wasn't that this moment that I'm having with this person is about them, right? And maybe they're one to say I don't like nobody. I'm just assuming we don't know because I don't know this person. Maybe she's one. I don't want nobody really touching me because I'm not really feeling it.
Facts.
But these shimmy shoulders. Oh my God, I'm feeling something. Lord Jesus, it's going down. you know, and the actions with her. But and for me, and this is where I have a problem with the theatrics, is that because when there is no power, you can be theatrical,
right,
and move emotional,
right.
And this is the beef I have with it, that there are some who move with authentic power, that God literally uses me this way.
Yeah.
And this has been the way that he uses me to get that person what they need. But somebody else will try to come and mock or try to redo the culture of us.
Right. Facts.
And it's not going to hit the same. Therefore, because it doesn't hit the same, I now have to put on the emotional pull. Mm-hmm. I want to move with God where he moves, you get emotional. Yeah. Not when you get emotional, then he moves. because that's the difference. Because I can get the orchestra to hit you right. And I say this: there is an equation to church.
Yeah,
and I know the equation to church. Man, yeah. Praise break. I get it, but do those equations have power? Absolutely. But when you are powerless and you lean on the equation, now you have a problem.
This is my issue with this particular. This is my issue with this particular situation. When you don't correct history, it repeats itself. The theatrics that are going on, like the stuff that we have been talking about, this is the stuff that Jim Jones was doing when he moved, when he started his ministry. He was staging miracles. He was doing obviously he wasn't Harlem Shaking, but he was doing these things and moved people to Jonestown and Guyana and caused 900 people to kill themselves. This is why it's a problem for me, because the obsession with the theatrics was drawing these people in. Yeah. And this can turn into another Jim Jones situation. And I think even though, we laugh about him doing the Harlem Shake and stuff like that, and the next video I'm gonna play for y'all is just TD Jakes being petty. But we can laugh about it for a second, but I look at the souls of the people that's watching this, and it's kind of like, oh, so that's how it's done. And because you don't know no better, you follow that.
You know what I think it is, and I'll say this to the But
when you're new to this thing, your discernment isn't. I'm gonna
tell you why. Have it like that. The person that is used to change your life has the biggest influence to your life. Right. So, for example, if I know that I've been struggling, I was in this place, and I knew I talked to you, and you technically brought me to Jesus, but you were that vessel. Yeah. The Bible says, "Don't put trust in man." I naturally got some trust in you.
No, for sure.
I'm watching my life turn around, and I see things changing for me. Why would you leave me anywhere else than this? And then you take that, and then you add some of the theatrics to it that you're talking about. Oh, this is what we do. This is how this works. Okay, we in here, and now I'm persuaded y'all to do. Be Jim Jones, but and this is why growth and development and learning and teaching is important. It's just like people who are dedicated to preachers who are just foul out here. Granted, but that person changed.
Right.
You may not like it. You may be mad at them, but when I talk to them, where I was at a year ago, I'm not now because of Jesus through them, and we good.
Yeah.
I've always been the type of person, and it might be just because who I've been under forever, is that even if it was theatrics and all, even if the theatrics happened and the Spirit came and it happened, and the theatrics came after the Spirit came or whatever. After all that, teaching still comes.
Absolutely.
And he'll be like, "Go to God for yourself."
That's why I'm a so that's why I feel bad for him. But and it's once again, it's probably more because this is just how I've always lived. That after it got crazy, Wednesday, Tuesday, you had Bible study, fam.
Valid.
Where you at? You had Bible study, and next Sunday, we just had got the word that you ain't get. It wasn't a party. It went right to where it was. You know what I mean? So I think that's where people get caught up at because all right. So that thing happened. It was amazing. It was a revival though. So because on regular Sunday, bro, it ain't always a revival. You know what I mean? Sometimes you're gonna walk into church as a revival, and it's gonna be holiness of hell, as the crowd is saying. You just got to deal with what it's gonna be. You know what I'm saying? So for anybody listening that something happened and you feel like, oh my God, well it's a theater or whatever. If the theater pull you in, fine, but make sure that you are looking for the teaching.
Yeah.
Because if the teaching is not coming after the show, you are in the wrong place.
Speaking of teaching in pettiness, TD Jakes. This man of God is under fire right now for this very statement that he said. Hold on 1 second.
Some of you only hear once a year. You can take it once. Come on. Let's go with it. You're going to be all right. I'll see you in 365 days. So don't rush me. Don't rush me.
Don't rush.
Where you decided to come sit there. So they're both going up together. I had to get that in. It's just got it out of my spirit. We're not going to change our order of service because you visited this morning. We're going to go ahead and lift him up like we lift up Jesus. We're going to.
Yo,
So they're coming for TD Jakes.
Don't come for the Jake.
We'll make it funny.
No,
we'll make it
they're
funny.
coming for him because
I can see Bishop doing it. So
the reason why they're coming for him is because they're saying, the fact that I'm gonna see you in 365 days. You only come once a year. To be petty and throw that out in the middle of your message was not necessary. And to that extent, I get it.
It wasn't that bad. It wasn't even that bad.
He did it humbly. Hold on, y'all.
We was laughing.
He was laughing in delivery. I don't think it. But proceed.
But like for me, like the pettiness was really not necessary because like if you ask, if you say that over a pulpit, people like, see, that's why I'm not coming back to church. And it like for me, no, but for me to like, I get it. You I don't rush the service. I understand not rushing the service. I do. Like clearly, if the spirit was moving, I get that too. But to be thrown out there and be petty and be like, you ain't gonna be coming for another 365 TD, you didn't need to say all that.
Only a hit dog, a holler.
Come on.
So if it hits you, you might need to come a little bit more often. You need to come at 364. So make them the day before service.
No,
I get it. I think that I think that TJ's always gonna be under blast just for the platform. But I think that wasn't done too petty. I don't think the pettiness was like it wasn't mean.
Right. No,
it wasn't like y'all only come here 365 days a year.
Fact, because he could have dogged y'all out.
10 minutes after the fact.
And he was picking up Jesus, and it wasn't like from my own personal gain. No, we do this. This is what we do.
No,
welcome to Sunday service, where it's not quick. It's not quick
at all.
But I don't know if it was. I think the delivery of it was pretty good.
It was good.
It wasn't dogmatic. It wasn't beating it with a horse. I can think as a person.
It wasn't Karn talking about dogging out the drummer.
Yeah, like
for missing the beat. Or
and he just said it. I got to get it off my chest. I know real quick. He was still laughing while I do.
It's one thing to quietly get up and just slow and slide your way out of church, then to out your way out of church. You know what I'm saying? So don't be walking out of church stumping with attitude.
No, facts. Put your finger up.
Now, if you leave TD Jakes with attitude, you got to be doing extra stuff. Y'all got to be either that or the people just leaving or just I don't know.
Because I don't like it didn't pan the audience, so I don't know if it was just a bunch of people leaving up at like a whole bunch of people leaving at the same time, and he was just getting mad about it. But the last church mess. So
now you getting up and you leaving at TDJ church, sir. You came to the wrong church. You're gonna be here for a minute. Have you not seen any of these videos?
No, that dismissal alone takes an hour.
Right.
No, we got more church mess.
But the last church mess. So a representative of Michael Todd's church addressed media and the world about the Easter production. And she was basically saying it was supposed to be modern, and the fact that the world is criticizing us for doing the Lord's work, and we're not meant to be like everybody else, and for me it changed my life forever, and all this other kind of stuff. So the big pushback is if you really want to address the church, why is it not coming from the pastor? Why are you sending a representative? That was one. And two, if you are perfectly comfortable with your production, why do you feel the need to address the world if you feel like you did what the Lord told you to do?
Well, I have two responses to that. Number two, as a pastor, y'all can't. I'm not. We're moving on. Number three is the only part of the production that I'm seeing is the Satan side, because I believe that there is the alternate version of this is what the world is doing. This is what hell is representing. There's fire. There's the theatrics. The song they're singing is fire. It's hell. It's hell. It's brimstone. But has anybody shown the other side?
So
of the
I
production?
actually saw the production in its entirety.
Yes.
There was a lot of things I did not agree with, but I'm also a different breed of salvation. So
what's the name of his church?
Transformation
Church, I think.
For me, I understood you wanting to be modern, but the gospel doesn't need all that. I'll say that watching the whole theater production, the gospel did not need all of that. There was some I understood to an extent where he was trying to go, but it was a lot. Like when I say it was a lot. And for me, it was just like some stuff was not necessary. The whole taking secular songs and making them regular songs and then doing the whole thing about your butt and having a fatty, all that was not necessary at all whatsoever.
I didn't see any of it.
No, because I didn't want to just go based on a clickbait. I actually wanted to see it.
For me, it's like even I didn't see the whole thing. But for me, even those productions. Listen, hello world.
Yeah.
This is what it is, church. This is where your kids are. This is what's being presented. This is what's here. Here's the reality of it. Now, I don't know the heart of Todd, and also too, his audience ain't your audience.
Facts.
And his granted that we're not going to agree with everything all the time. Granted, you're not going to. I am perfectly fine with borderline R-rated production for a greater purpose.
Yep.
I definitely am, as a media kind of person. And I think it was pastor, another pastor, I won't call his name out, I almost did. If I had the budget to do so, I would definitely get flames, brimstones, and I would produce. So for your dark lights and your red light at church, your budget, where you can do your little we in the world presentation with your few youth department people, beautiful for you. But I have a budget to create a more deep, a more crazy, wild, truth to the moment situation. I can. And the audience that I have, I'm not about to give them this tradition. I may not give the traditional. I don't have traditional people here. I'm not going to give. So my story or my concept, and I might even watch the whole thing today and talk again on Friday of this hell concept with the fire. Your daughter's artworking. Big butts is what they're talking about. Oh, white girl, I ain't got no butt. Girl, I told you gotta. Granted that this may not be a fit for you. Granted, I'll say this. This is we about to get in trouble. What you've limited to just be the altar in the pulpit, I've made a stage of performance and consistency.
Yep.
Where I can do a production like this, and if I believe that it's God's given. Granted, I believe that this vision is crazy. This is wild. It's just big.
I think he's getting more pushback because his interview when they were talking about, like, not the interview, but it was like a podcast, and he said that his theater program people, whoever they are, were asking him like, okay, for the program, are we gonna how are we gonna do this? And then he was like, push it to the edge to the point that it can offend people. And the fact that he said that, it is like, why are you mad that you got pushback? Because it offended people. Like for him, I guess the response is, you said push it to the edge, and it may offend people, but you're mad that people were offended. Like that's what you said. That's what you said you wanted to do. So take the smoke. That's my thing.
Yeah, but then my question would be like, is he saying that he's mad? Is he just sent somebody a
I don't feel like
the message the week after that, he was just like, I don't know what y'all want me to do. Like I just it was kind of like an R. Kelly rant for a second. Like really. And so it was like, if you came up with something, and this and I understand the annoyance of the people with this, if you came up with the concept of, I'm gonna push something so close to the end it may offend, don't be mad at the smoke that you get for the people that you offend. Just take it, shut up, and go on with it. You said that this was the Lord, then deal with that. But the fact that the next Sunday you kind of had an attitude and you was just like, I don't know what y'all want me to do. I wasn't doing a modern thing. You said you wanted to do what you was going to do, so take the smoke.
Yeah, but even smoke taking don't mean I don't have feelings. It comes to territory, and I get it, because you can put out there, take the smoke with it. I am pro smoke take.
Listen.
Because I know my testimony alone is smoky.
Yeah, so
I get hit by the community all the time. This is something I was born with. That's if that's how you feel, that's your life. My life, that alone is smoky. So I take the smoke with it because that's what comes with my testimony.
Yeah,
I'm not gonna complain about it.
I
It's just
would have
smoky.
to I would have to check out the full production.
I'm looking for it now.
And also his comment afterwards, because I just feel like, hey, if I put this on, Frank,
because what they not showing is the he's not dead version. Cause I'm gonna let y'all.
Oh, it's a praise dance.
It's a praise dance.
No, but the whole production is like
because
long.
I'm trying to tell you
but
that
there has to be more to the story other than just
everybody's highlighting the demonic side.
No, what I'm saying is I don't know if they took it down, but the full production was on YouTube.
Oh, got you. Okay,
yeah.
okay,
So I don't know if the church took it down. I don't. But after Easter, after we 1st talked about it, the full production was up on YouTube. So they may have just taken it off.
Then my question is though, how did it end? What was the other
with Jesus?
Did it? But
yeah, it ended with Jesus getting up and all that.
But I'm getting more highlight
of the demonic side
of the demonic and the hell side. But nobody's talking about the recovery, the healing, the death, the burial,
and the resurrection.
So nobody's talking. I'm not getting any smoke for Jesus
because so you've seen the whole thing.
Yeah.
So pretty much it was the death, burial, and resurrection, and then him going to hell. Right.
It
was my only thought to even put out the hell scene.
Right.
Is him down there fighting.
Well, the problem with the hell scene is that Jesus was on the cross in hell. Like that's the problem with the hell scene. It took the whole him dying, going to hell, taking the keys. That concept wasn't exactly portrayed in the actual production.
But that makes sense to me though.
Okay.
Because while hell is happening and y'all doing y'all thing, I died for this life for sin.
Thanks.
While sin is having this party, this is what I died for.
Got you. So while my body is
I died. I died for sin that is happening.
No valid.
But,
so I mean,
like I said, if you was just getting smoked for Jesus being on the cross while he was in hell, like. I wouldn't see that as actually getting smoked. I would just see that as people being critical. You like,
and
being,
bro, and misunderstanding the story.
No, they're mad at the music.
They're mad at the
dancing,
music. It's a lot
fire,
of
because
no, the fire wasn't the issue. It was a lot of misrepresentation and how the story. So I'll say it this way: if you're an unbeliever coming into the first interaction with the story of Jesus,
right.
It's a lit production. I'm telling you right now. And I'm gonna tell you, if I come in,
Lion King,
let the girl finish what she's saying.
Go ahead.
So if I'm an unbeliever and I'm not familiar with the story, and I'm not familiar with the fact that Jesus went down to hell, took the keys, all the other kind of stuff, the conquering savior portion of that, I would be very confused and be like, if he died on the cross, why is the cross a hit? Like so for the person that's coming into it that may not be aware, it's like I said, it's a lot for me. Like I said, my thing is this: you said that this is something that God gave you. Okay. You said that you want to push to the edge, and it may be offensive. Just be okay with the fact that it was offensive. Right. Like, and that's just my thing.
And for me, and I would challenge your statement. This is why. As a non-believer, not knowing anything about what you're talking about, this production might have been fire. Like, yo, this is not what I expected. This is not what I saw. But this is them watching in its entirety. Because my question is, which is something that I haven't seen, is what is my ending like?
Right.
Because if this represents what hell was, what represents what heaven, what's it? So I'm definitely gonna go watch it. I'm just gonna find it. I'm gonna go watch it. I'm gonna talk about it more on Friday.
Like I said, other than the cross,
Black Ernie, top of the morning to you, King.
The cross and hell thing, like I don't care about the metaphor. If it was a metaphor, they don't know if it's a metaphor or not. Niggas just be doing stuff. But now that be the only thing I will ever be critical of, because that in itself don't make sense, because how I know it to be, because I read it, was that he went down there and it was like,
right,
let me hold those, bro.
And it's also, now this is just theory. Also, how is it lit up? Right. Because if it's lit up as you can, I haven't seen it. Right. You can light a scene that's not the main scene.
All right.
will let you know that this is
we're
here, but we're not here. Like,
right.
keep me in the back of your mind while this full thing is going. This is the main scene. Right. I'm a distant shadow in the back, but that's all lighting and.
But I mean,
I gotta watch.
Like I would just say, like I said, I would just watch it, because some of it for just me personally. And it's not because I'm old school. It's just because I have a different type of reverence. Like some of the dancing, some of the twerking on stage, stuff like that. Like to me, even if you're representing hell, you're representing, oh my God, this is the world. Like for me, some stuff is just not acceptable. But that's my personal conviction, and that's how I see things. I'm a little bit different, and I understand that. But my hair is also blue, and I got nose rings tattoos.
Right.
Like I'm different. Like I said, like I'm different. I personally was just like, that my resolve was, you wanted Smokey, you got Smokey. Like it was just, if this is what, because stuff that we do for God doesn't always make sense to people. And people can have their theories about Mike Todd, people can have their own personal opinions of him. That's cool. People got their personal opinions of me. I'm gonna still do what God tells me to do. But in doing that, understand it's gonna come with smoke. And you gonna have to just take the smoke. Like get your, if it's hard for you, get your core group, share your feelings, talk to your therapist. But understand, like, don't be mad at the smoke that you knew you were gonna get. Like that's just my thing with the production. Because I heard hundreds of young people came to Christ, and I'm happy that hundreds of young people came to Christ because of it. I'm excited for that, but just don't be mad and complain about it. Like deal with, for me, it's deal with it.
I'm out there doing some research on my days off because I just like because I wanted to see how he responded. Like, was it angry complaint or was it like I'm talking about it in y'all high preach tone? I just want to know,
and I want to see what the crowd was like. After
no valid. So,
like, was they quiet? Was they clapping?
We were clapping after. No, they were clapping after the production. Like I said, you saw like the young people coming to Christ. Like you saw it, and I was like, yo, I'm happy young people came to Christ. Like, cool.
Your job is done.
Your job is done. It was just like the next video that.
Michael, what did you say?
How many souls did you say?
Not Battle with the Souls.
Battle of the Soul.
But like for him, I think that I want to say it was that next Sunday, he was just like, I know that people had an issue with this production, and what y'all want me to do? Like, I'm just like that.
I feel like, Brody, you did something crazy.
Yeah. And then like how long was the clip of it?
You got smoked for the crazy. You got smoked for the crazy. Sir, you need to understand.
I just expect better from him.
You should have already before you came into church on that Sunday.
He already knew.
You should have come in like, God did that. Okay. So when I came in, and I was like, yo, understand this credit is, y'all got y'all critiques. I want you to know. Y'all came in, he did his thing. Now open up your book to Judges, chapter 3. Verse
was
16,
it as
19,
bad as the spit in the face?
I got it.
His complaint was not as bad as the spit in the face. But like I said, I mean, for those who follow Mike Todd, he is somewhat animated. But for me, some stuff is meant to be said back room with your peoples in the corner.
It's demonstrating. Call them theatrics demonstration.
Some complaints are meant with your social corner.
And my question is, my concern is, how did he complain? How long was the complaint? Because what I want to do? Because God saved.
Like the whole thing was like a few minutes.
Oh, gotcha. Yes.
It wasn't long. It wasn't like he wasn't Moniquing it.
Song.
Can I make a statement? I hate Monique now. I want you to know right now. Listen. I love her in Jesus' name, but she don't look God like that. But I can't stand her anymore.
Did you watch the comedy special?
I did.
The snippet that I watched came out by God, and now, ma'am, shut up.
I watched the whole thing.
Yeah,
I did not.
Don't come at the.
I watched the whole thing.
Yeah,
it was definitely an emotional thing. Yes.
She was emotional.
All the way through.
Like everything.
Oh, she walked. She walked with her emotions. Like she take her emotions on a walk like a dog.
It was more emotional than it was funny. You know what I'm saying? And it's like,
she had to get some shit off her chest.
It was Netflix giving her opportunity to complain.
And I'm just like, all right, cool, congratulations. Oh, you got Netflix. Oh, congratulations. Oh, I thought that. Oh, yeah. Okay, congratulations. Oh, you looked through all that stuff. Oh man, that sound crazy. Some of that stuff is funny though. I get it. You know what I'm saying? But like at the same time, it was just like it wasn't. It's more like a terrible tattoo.
Yeah, I think I came on. I think the snippet that I saw
because I didn't learn anything.
About it.
Like
I think I got on there. She was talking about church and her grandmother and her not being able to accept it. Whatever.
You know what I'm saying?
I get it.
And you know, I was like, I hear you, but then at the same time, I was like, so you know what I'm saying?
right.
And it's bad but this is how I am in real life. Like I understand people. You know, you get church hurt.
Yeah.
But Monique is extra. Let's just.
I don't care. I don't care, and I don't want to hear it. You know what I mean? For the fact that, yo, just like with a therapist, if it didn't work for you,
go to another.
Like this is my thing with Monique. She is a whiner and she's entitled. And if she ever hear this, come for me. Because at this point,
baby,
because at this point,
she's gonna be mad, but then she's gonna be trying to heart you, like, girl.
Quit using talk to me.
Like if she ever came for me, she like, you know, you came for me on this basic radio station. Like I can see her doing this. No, because anything that she feels is below her, she calls basic. So like I can see her be like, and I still said what I said. Have a good day. But no, the issue that I have with Monique is that she whines a lot, but she also feels entitled. And you have to understand, in this industry, relevancy is money. And if you are not relevant, you are not gonna get the money you deserve. People try to make it a black woman struggle. It is not. If this was Viola Davis having this rant, then I can understand it, because that woman is all over everywhere, and she's just now making the money that she should be making as an actress. Monique has been irrelevant for a very long time. Like,
but that's the thing. Like even in the stand up, it was, you know, when the Parkers was going, that she had all the power. You know what I'm saying? At the studio, she had all the power.
But now nigga did not get her money. Apparently,
at the house she had but she was like, if you, well, you know, by like I said, I watched it.
Yeah.
By how it go, she was banking. All right, and she let the world know about everybody at that studio and at her house. No, that she was banking. You know what I'm saying? So like, I don't want to hear one thing that the world will accept, that I will not. I do not want to hear sob stories of the rich and famous.
Facts.
I don't want to hear it. Like, now, if it's this happened when I was a child, and now this is where I'm at, cool. You know, because I'll listen to you. Like, yo, that's
a
crazy.
Growth story. That's,
you know what I'm
saying?
Growth. That's crazy. You went through that. Yo, I'm sorry you even went through that. You know what I mean? But man, you grew out of that. You know what I mean?
But her problem was, the only reason why Monique did what she did is because a lot of black producers, as far as movies, did not want to work with her no
attitude
more. But look,
because her attitude was trash, and then but also
in the stand-up, she let it be known, even if she ain't say it, that you were a terrible person.
Like,
on set, you came home and then was an extra terrible person to your husband,
right?
You know what I'm saying?
But
you might call him dad and all that, but you wasn't being but you wasn't being super nice to that nigga when you was making that bread, neither. You know what I'm saying?
And plus, that was not Monique's first husband. This is her second husband.
Yeah.
So
I'm just saying, like, you know, to be like, you know, they don't like me.
And the whole Netflix thing was trash, because at the time, Amy Schumer was in everything. She had 3 movies out. Like, at the time that Netflix offered her special, we didn't see you in the film since Almost Christmas. Like, it was just, ma'am, you weren't relevant. And so for the, you know, her entitlement, and then you calling out the people who can make your career is stupid. You calling out Lee Daniels, you calling out Oprah, you calling out Tyler Perry, Steve Harvey trying to be a friend to you and telling you to calm down. You go on his show, agree, and then get off of his show and go on Instagram and dog this man. Like, every opportunity that people had money to create more opportunity for you, you blackmailed yourself.
And the show went down after that.
Right.
My thing is,
you blackmailed yourself.
John Wick
the issue with her is that, yo, even if you was just a disrespectful person, that wouldn't have stopped you if you was just funnier.
Valid.
Very
Dave
valid.
Chappelle be saying wild stuff.
Wild things.
That
Yo.
is hilarious. So guess what? Say what you want. Give me the
Facts.
truth, but say what you want.
No
you know what I'm
doubt.
saying?
That Negro Dave.
You just gotta
He
be
a
Dave
different
is like the
caliber.
Bernie Mac of life.
Dave is funny to me now.
Really? You wasn't a Chappelle show person.
Not at all.
He was okay. So the problem with the Chappelle show, they was letting him do what he wanted, but they were low key whitewashing him. and they were making it. They were pretty much more or less making him a spectacle.
Gotcha.
No, I can't say that because even he said he was like he had full control over what he did in the show while he was running the show. When they tried to gain control over the show,
that's when he walked away.
He dropped it. He was like, "No, I'm not doing it." Then.
And I think that, and it could just be my level of knowledge and information too.
God, no, for sure. Because
it didn't. Certain things I remember watching. I wasn't committed. Let me go watch the show and see the stuff. But then it was like he was at the time. He just wasn't funny to me. I didn't. The jokes just didn't. It didn't connect with it.
For sure.
But more so now.
He lost me after the singing venereal diseases.
That one was hilarious. Oh my gosh, I can watch that one.
I remember
that's when he kind of lost me. But like, I get it. Like so when Netflix put Chappelle Show on when they put him on there, I went back and watched, and I was just like, okay, a lot of stuff that I laughed at as when I was younger, and this show I was kind of like, but like his comedy specials, dying laughing, like. Yeah,
that's what my thought process. I'm like, when I was young and I was a kid, if I didn't see that was funny, but that's because I don't know nothing. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah, no, that's
valid because the jokes they hit different.
Because you can't be a kid watching Richard Pryor and be like,
it's funny.
Everything hit different as an adult.
Yeah,
Fresh Prince hit different as an adult.
Fresh Prince is an emotional roller coaster.
No, exactly. But as a kid, it was hilarious.
It's going down this morning. We didn't have the question of the day. We got into church mess. We got hot topics.
Yes.
It's going down. When we get back here, we'll be back in about 2 minutes right here on Fire 716 Big Frank in the morning. Let's go.
I am Barnabas Matthews. I represent Sector 716. I refuse, I repeat, I refuse to let COVID-19 cause us to be afraid and live in fear. We will fight, we will win, we will conquer. I represent Sector 716 and we will.
One decision. Epic movie.
I am Barnabas Matthews. I represent Sector 716, and the COVID-19 virus will not take us out. We will conquer. We will win. They thought it had us, but it did not. And we will not lose or be defeated. I am Barnabas Matthews, and we will not be defeated.
We in the building still. We about to get them hot topics with your boy Big Frank. And on air and our girl.
The only girl in the room. Since Diageo taking a break.
Listen,
I'm just playing.
She's under the weather.
It's all jokes. So the first hot topic is hilarious. So Snoop Dogg did a performance with 50 Cent, you know, of the PIMP, whatever. Okay. Did the performance. 50 didn't give him his money for the performance, so he took 50 Cent's car.
Oh, facts. Yeah, no,
he had video of him driving his joint, like, and 50 was like to the valet, like, how you let him take my car? He was like, he was just walking around and he just hopped in the car and just drove off. And so Snoop was like, you gonna give me my money for this performance? But like, I mean, he brought the car back.
Yeah, bro, for sure.
But
it was all
what I find funny is I can see 50 not even being mad, just be like, yo, bro, like, why you let Snoop take my car.
Right.
50 was like, I came out and my car was gone. And I was like, dude, where's my car? He was like, yo, Snoop took it. He was like, how you just let Snoop take my car? Because his obviously with the valet, the keys were in the car. And he was just like, he was just looking around your car and then got in and drove off. But Snoop was just like, all right,
Rich
better give me
people
my
stuff.
you better give me my money or your car is gonna get stolen for real. So the update with Jamie Foxx, he is awake.
Yes.
He is communicating.
Thank you, God.
But they said they're still keeping him in the hospital. He's still in intensive care, but he is awake, conscious, communicating with his family.
He had a stroke, right?
Yeah, they're saying they believe he had a stroke.
I say this. Like I said this before, we just assume people healthy and just taking care of it because they just, man, try your best.
Yeah.
Take care of yourself. Even to myself, I'll be like, just
Take care of your insides more.
insides
That's
more
all.
than your
insides.
Your gut, your belly.
I ain't.
You could, you know, your muscles can be whatever, but
Yeah.
make sure your insides is good.
All that.
This is maybe the moment that you got to stop drinking alcohol.
You
Jeremy.
know, you can't
This-
be
No,
laying on
stop
the
eating
juice.
this
Got you
processed
feeling
food
loose.
that they
On the
selling
throne.
y'all.
Got you strong. Blame it on the alcohol. You got to stop.
No, blame it on that.
These are the moments that you kind of got to just take a self evaluation. We're happy. We're happy that Jamie Foxx is alive.
Yes.
He's still with us. We're happy that he's
facts.
recovering. We'll continue prayers to him in his recovery, and we hope he makes it back full fledged.
So sorry.
Next hot topic: Tiffany Haddish had a little shade on social
that
media.
Freaknik?
Huh?
Oh.
No.
y'all got
So a fan of Tiffany Haddish's was like, "Hey, I'm just wondering," because I guess she saw Common in Charlotte Airport, and she gave Common a gift. And was like, it was earrings. It was like earrings, and she was like, can you please give these to Tiffany Haddish for me? Like, I bought these for her. And so the girl asked Tiffany, hey, did you ever get the earrings that I gave Common to give to you? And she said, nah, girl, I ain't get no earrings. He probably gave them to Jennifer.
Oh,
guns.
Dag.
To me, it was kind of funny.
Bang, bang.
It was Petty Kane Jr. all day, but it was still, it was still kind of funny. But then people came for her, making the comment. It was like, I would suggest you not be petty because we still haven't forgive you for your pedophile video. And so, like, Tiffany is like at the point where she's just like, I did this. It is what it is.
Smoke. We moving on.
Like, and
blood.
move on from it.
If you
Because
ain't
they were
do
like, they were coming in
Facts. It
her
wasn't you.
DMs. They were posting on her page like, "You not too far from still being canceled, pedophile." Like, it was just like they were going for her after she made this comment.
I'm so over the video.
This happened like a
Broke
long time ago.
people, man.
Like,
My thing is, comedy is one of those things that if nothing else does, that should be the only thing that should ever stay unapologetic.
Facts.
Because if I have to apologize every time I tell you the truth about a thing,
And be lucky that I'm telling it in a funny demeanor. At least trying to be.
Because I could be
Very-
ruthless.
it
and
could be a TED
reckless.
talk. Like I said,
No, facts.
You can be Dahmer on the screen. Like we can do a thing.
We can make you look a certain way.
Valid.
so congratulations to Nicole Lynn for securing a deal, making Jalen Hurts the highest paid player in
Yes.
the NFL.
First
Nicole Lynn, president of the football operations at Clutch Sports Group, is once again making history after securing Jalen Hurts a 5-year, $255 million extension with the Eagles.
come on, get that money.
Side note, I don't know if you got in there. Did you hear about the guy who I think he was a soccer player who got divorced?
Yeah,
Put everything in his mother's
mother's
name. But did you see the clause to that? If the mother dies, it gets split upon his siblings.
That she gets nothing.
Nothing.
Nothing. Not random. You said sports.
But no, but that's legit. Like, Nick.
when I tell you, it was the greatest move.
Oh,
I've
No,
ever seen
facts.
somebody do.
But it wasn't. It's gonna bite him in his butt though.
No.
If his mother dies,
No.
his money gets divided upon him and his siblings.
Mhm.
Yeah, but look at it. How I see
That's my
No,
money.
no,
but
no,
how,
no.
how
But-
I see it though,
Two
I don't
things.
see that as even a down because one, first thing first is one, I'm about to get crazy paid from her because right now my money is at 0. So after this court case, she got to pay all these, this, and she still got to, and now she got to pay me because she the one with the money.
Yeah.
So one, I ain't never gonna be broke. That's why. The passing it between my siblings, keep her money in my pocket because if all the money came back to me, now she can go back to court.
And then number 3, you got to think that family, your siblings and my siblings is different.
It's different because
they
valid.
They take care.
They sat at the table together.
My siblings gonna keep the money in the family. Okay.
No fact.
My brothers and sisters. All right, Frank.
Right. I ain't worried about it. I ain't worried about it. Yo, Frank. Yo, man. Let me get 2,500. All right.
Facts.
And then the money that he gets paid out, he was given to his mom.
Right, straight to her.
Right. So now he can change the delivery now. You know what I'm saying? Like,
fact. Okay, that makes sense. That makes sense.
Now she get it. Now she get it. I don't gotta ask. Now I don't gotta send it to her. Sorry, there.
But he could have just put it in a trust, and it would have been untouchable.
Just not in his
it would have been in his LLC.
But even the thing is that any money connected to your name,
it's not connected to you if you put it in the LLC and you put it into a trust.
LLC and you put it in a trust, eventually, when it come out of those things, you can get pressed for it.
But it won't.
You could. The nigga ain't even from here. They got different laws over there.
No, valid. Number 2, he might just start out.
That nigga not from here. Those United States laws. That ain't laws.
Facts. They were valid because they definitely not over here.
And you know how European people is. They believe in legacy, so they be like, "Oh no,
facts."
When your great grandson get this money, we gonna take it and we gonna give it to her great grandson.
Valid, legit.
All right, you got another church mess?
No, but hot topic. So Anthony Hamilton says that he's retiring from music.
Yes.
Oh yeah, we talked about that.
Yeah.
Okay.
My fault.
All righty. Black China got her. Yep, you got that too.
Yeah, we did that Monday.
We down the whole line.
We did.
Because I was asking Kev. We got you.
Yeah, do the first one.
So Marjorie Taylor.
Yeah, I don't know that.
She was connected to Donald Trump. And after Trump got arrested, Marjorie Taylor says all great leaders have suffered some type of trouble. Trump is in the same ranking as Nelson Mandela and Jesus.
Oh my God.
Because he is being sacrificed for a greater cause.
Oh my God.
Ma'am.
After Jesus just rose from the dead. Right after that?
What we not gonna do is put Trump
category
in the same legacy as Jesus and Nelson Mandela.
Like, where do you get off?
Nelson Mandela.
Ma'am, your privilege is showing real bad. We don't do that. Other topics.
Shut up.
Shot her just right there.
Ohio man that has not released his name, but they have released the footage. I did watch it of him calling the police, and he was like, "I think my wife is dead." And they were like, "Well, why do you say that?" And it was like, "Because she's on the ground and she's not breathing." And it basically, through conversation, they found out that this man pretty much killed his wife for forgetting his birthday.
Talk about.
So he killed his wife because she forgot his birthday.
So ladies, don't forget his birthday. You see, death.
You got to know your partner. You got to know the value of. Wow. You got to know the value of your person's celebratory. I'm not a celebratorian.
He was at all. She been nagging him about remembering
her birthday.
Anniversaries and birthdays. She forgot his. He snapped. I'm sick of this. Every year I come through for you.
On a special edition of Snap.
We don't condone murdering your wife.
Oh, Ned, what's up? Tax season is almost over. Soon.
Yeah. They determined that Michael K. Williams' death was due to the drug dealer putting fentanyl.
Again.
They said he had fentanyl laced heroin.
Who's this?
Michael K. Williams, the actor from The Wire. Black guy.
John Wick guy.
No. Yes.
Yes.
He was John Wick.
The dude with the glasses.
No.
The concierge.
John Wick. Guy with the nick in his head from The Wire.
We
Was
talking
he
about
in Eyes?
yeah.
Boys do.
Yeah, he was in when they.
with the scar on his
We
face.
talking
Nah,
on the
nah.
on the wire. On the wire, he played.
You know who I'm
On
talking
the wire,
about.
he played the gay dude that was killing.
I'm not. I believe in
Never seen The
Jesus.
Wire.
I would say then watch
Wasn't he in
gangster
Oz
music.
too?
He was also
He was in Oz.
I
He
I
was
never
in-
seen Oz.
He was
Oh.
also in
Google him.
He was
Right.
also in
Because you know
Borderline
who
Empire.
exactly.
You know who
about.
we're talking about. I just don't have his picture to show.
What's his name?
Michael K. Williams.
Michael K. Williams.
Yes.
Don't worry about it.
So outside of that, there are going to be no federal charges against the people who killed Shaquella
Yeah.
Robinson.
Yeah, we talked about
Yeah.
that. It's crazy. We talk about it again
Because
that
this is
serious.
ridiculous.
It's ridiculous.
Oh,
Oh, right.
Wow.
What do you know him as? Where you know him
I
from?
don't know. He's an unknown public artist.
Anyway, keep going.
He's
What?
he's just like the person who's in all these films that we don't know his name.
Nah.
Yeah, I never called his name out to you. I just said it right now.
No, that's valid.
I see him in all kind of films.
When They See Us,
When They See Us was his most
he was a
recent.
dad.
Didn't watch it. I didn't watch when they see us.
How come?
Wasn't compelled to watch.
Anyway, like I
Okay.
said,
That's
just
that's
right,
deep.
right back to what you were talking about, Jess.
Yeah, no, the
Right,
last
that's what I'm
hot
talking about.
topic, they did not release the names of the person, but apparently there was a domestic dispute because a woman that was getting ready for a date for her boy, whoever this guy was, she asked him to send $250 for the babysitter. He said, "Why should I have to pay for the babysitter? I'm only taking you on a date." And she said, "You're the man, and you know I'm a single mother of 3, and this is part of dating me." And he said, "Wow, this is in my budget." So she she basically said to him, "Enjoy your evening. I'm tired of dating broke men." And he went off, and it turned into a
As he should have.
It should not have gotten domestic.
Oh no.
Oh nah, it shouldn't have got.
Right? How did you get the message? We was on the phone. Wait a minute.
Fact.
No, so the exchange
Mhm.
was via text.
Oh.
Then there was a pull up
Oh no. With his sister.
because after the texting, I guess there's continued texting. Though they only released what started.
What
the
you're
text.
not gonna do is come from my pocket.
Like
and
so
talk
what they
about
did
me
was
because I'm
release
not
the
finna take-
initial text message. They didn't release.
I'm not finna
Because
pay
my
for your
thing is,
date. Yo,
if you said these statements beginning, right, and I pull up, am I literally pull up because I'm mad and I'm feeling about to fight you? That doesn't make sense to me.
fact.
Either two, there's more to this conversation, and we decided we're gonna do something else. But when I got here, I'm look at me being who I am, communicated my feelings with her, and we got into an argument again over the situation.
Yeah.
And now how do we?
I don't see
No,
a dude.
so
I
what
don't see a
what
dude
happened is
wasting
they
gas
only
to go to your
released
house
the
to
starting of the
fight
text
you.
message.
Yeah, that's my problem.
So
Because you
the
called me,
second,
bro.
They always do that.
because of the pull-up situation and how he was like, "Man, you ain't gonna talk." I'm sure after the whole "have a good evening, I only date real men," there was a continued digging in of, you probably trash. How you not gonna? And an exchange
I'm addressing
that came to okay. So now you talking crap. I'm gonna pull up on you, and it turned to mess.
I'm just not seeing him. I'm just not seeing.
I don't
the-
see
I'm
a
not
man
seeing the math.
doing it.
It's
I'm not
mathing.
in my double standard lifestyle living.
don't
Not
make no
seeing the
sense.
man pulling up
Wasting
Facts.
gas
for the
to
failure
A
of.
real player would have paid the lies you tell.
Who said that? You said you
The lies you
because y'all
tell.
want to be
sir.
simple and simping. Now,
Simply
what
simping.
I would have
I
done
can't
is
say that I
simply
won't see a man pulling up because if you say the wrong thing to him, I can't.
Well, if you said something about my mama,
Yeah.
you know what I'm
And-
saying?
Nah,
not about me about to take you on the first date. Number one, for me dating you
don't
and
know
know
you
you
like
got
that.
kids. Number one,
Your kids ain't my responsibility.
valid. So
Nah.
granted, if I really want to take you out, let's go. But if y'all coming together, let us go.
I
We
asked,
out.
If you
I-
can't find a babysitter, bring him along.
I
Let's go.
asked you if you had time to go on this date.
Yeah.
You said yes to the date. You did not set up your lifestyle to go on this date.
accordingly. So you
And then you expected me to pull the weight for you not being
Especially
responsible.
we
you
just
was
getting to know
being-
each other. Like, we're not even there yet.
you were irresponsible with your time management and expect me to come through and be Captain Saber.
Yeah, and you
No.
got
Not
ask
calling
me
her a
whatever.
hoe. I'm
No,
not-
call a spade a spade because only hoes think like that.
Wow, Kevin.
Yes. I'm
I'm
no.
not saying this is a quality great woman,
I
but
am
I
not
would
about to sit
never
up here
condone
and
calling her a
accept-
hoe.
I am not about to sit up here and accept you telling me I'm broke because you can't afford to pay for a motherfucking babysitter.
Yeah, that's wild.
No,
I can see it as
you're
wild.
Once
broke.
again,
That is wild.
once again,
You're nuts.
I do not condone. I do not condone her behavior.
Because this is what she
But
expects.
but see, this is my problem with dudes.
That's whole behavior.
No, this is what I'm saying. This is my problem with dudes. I agree with you with not agreeing with her concept, but I will never agree with you calling a woman out her name. Because if we called you out your name and it's disrespectful,
she did. He's broke to her because she can't.
Calling
he can't
somebody
pay for her.
broke and calling a woman a hoe is a different.
No, it's not. A name is a name.
Whatever. So if I called your mom a hoe, you'd be pissed off.
That's your opinion.
There's a place. There's a name. There's a song with a name in it.
What I'm saying is, what we don't do at this station is call women out their names.
Okay,
we're not going to do that.
Right,
I
so
don't condone her behavior.
I said what I said. That's hoish behavior. You're not finna sit up here and dog me because I'm not paying for your child.
I need you to do better.
I'm not.
We got some comments. We got some comments. We got. What does Zanetta say?
Zanetta said when people get offended, who knows what might happen? And honestly, she may have instigated.
Oh, I definitely believe she did.
Yes, it's two different things. Absolutely.
Yeah, I definitely believe that
you
she
lost
is.
me with this one, Yusuf. A real player with a
no, like I definitely believe to instigate a person to instigate a dude to the point that he want to pull up and put his hands on you. She did say some stuff. Like I said, I don't agree with her requiring a $250 drop just to go on a date. But once again, as a female who works for this radio station, I do not agree with calling a woman out her name, no matter how mad you are at her life decisions. That's not cool. And that's not grown man behavior. I'm gonna just be honest.
The man broke and it's okay.
I said she wasn't right for calling him broke.
Like
I never condoned her. I said I don't condone her behaviors, but we need to be respectful as far as like the whole women situation. No,
Pretty Rich would have gotten the money. Who is Pretty Rich?
Who is Pretty Rich?
That's how we know, Yusuf. We not in the same game.
But Yusuf, you got the money, bro. You got it. No. Respect you.
And I get it. I guess you could be a flexer.
I can say that her behavior could have been seen as hoe-like.
I said that. Hoish behavior.
No, he called her a hoe.
After I called her a hoe, I said, okay, that was hoish behavior.
He reduced the sentence to a parking ticket violation.
Right.
I just really don't agree with it. But I don't think it's player to even do it because I feel like you spending money unnecessarily. And that's not.
And for me, it's presentation. It really is. For me, it's presentation. You could have easily been like, you know what, something unexpected came up. I don't have the $250.
Right.
Can I at least reschedule with you? Or what can we work on? That's like, or it could be like, hey, can this just be like a family situation?
Because if you just tell me,
I need to
it's
drop.
an inconvenience, I wasn't prepared for this. Maybe I might be compelled. But I got it covered. I got you. Boom. Whatever. Good. We moving.
Or like you said, take everybody.
Take everybody. We about to go to Billy B's and jump around and talk. Put the kids on the little.
Legit.
You know what I'm saying? Turn everybody out.
Funny. Yusuf said, "Who pays for the hotel?"
I'm dead.
My points. What you mean? We
my points. The first rodeo.
Who cares?
I gotta go.
Where the hotel come from?
No, that's crazy.
We got 3 minutes.
All right.
I don't know where the hotel came from.
I don't know how we got here.
I don't know where the hotel came from.
Who's acting Polish now?
Said, who paid for the hotel? I'm like, what? Hold on.
Yusuf,
you know them hoes.
Yusuf, as a husband, number one, I commend you for being married. Nobody talk to Yusuf. He's a married man. He has children. He's a business. He's doing his due diligence. They would be like, hey man, I got
don't step that way.
The women in my DM say I paid.
No, his wife ain't the one. I know his wife. I know his wife.
Believe it ain't even about her. It's legit about
you pay for the babysitter.
You know, you pay for the babysitter. They about to use Yusuf just because, like.
Man of God, I need some help.
Some help. The saints in my DM say they need me. I'm dead. Deacon. I'm done.
You gotta do that today. We making that a new sound.
That's all I'm saying.
Yo, that's funny.
Listen, it's going down. Fire 716. We only got a few minutes left. What's your words of wisdom for the people before
treat
we get out
women
of here?
respect and don't call them out their name?
Aww.
Kevin,
my inspirational word: don't be a simp, pimp.
Don't be a simp, pimp. Yeah, you're the Dark Knight. What you got?
It all done. Okay. Whew. I gotta get all this foolishness out my head. My inspiration is take opportunities. Just recently, I'm taking an opportunity right now. I don't know if I really want to even do it, but I'm just taking it because I was like, I just want to see if I can. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
So take opportunities. They gonna come, even if it's something you don't think you really want to do. Take an opportunity because you never know what it turn into.
If I had one today, it would be you don't have to be the explanation, just be the introduction. And that comes to me only because sometimes we find ourselves trying to explain to people why we're doing what we're doing because it's new, because it's different, trying to force people to just, just introduce it. They can either grab it or they're not. I'm not here to force you into it. I'm just being the introduction of it's new, it's different, and I'm here, and I'm doing it, and I'm trying it. Whatever happens, but trying to convince you or persuade you to confirmation, hesitate. I don't need any of that energy. So I'd rather be the introduction and not the explanation. This Fire 716 is Big Frank. I'll holler at y'all. Peace, love, soul. Until we meet again on Friday. It's going down. Where's my girl Fatima? It's a party.
Hey, what's going on? It's your boy Dante Miles, a.k.a. D-Belly, a.k.a. your city councilman. I'm here at Fire 716 Radio, and I'm asking you to tune in on Thursdays at 11 on our show, The Vault. We're going to be having some conversations that's super relevant, but very important. And sometimes it may be a little uncomfortable, but we're going to make sure that we get our voices out. Come tune in on Thursdays at 11 a.m. and make sure you download the Fire 716 app. See you then.